I'm live. Hey everybody, if anybody's in here, I can't see chat. I'm actually just testing my cell phone ability to be able to go live like this. I'm probably going to delete this shortly. And my eyes are not going to probably be able to see the chat very well anyway, or at all, honestly. So y'all just bear with me for a minute. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright everybody, I'm just kind of sitting here having my lunch today, chilling, kicking back. I hope y'all can hear me. If this is the first time I have ever tried to stream from a cell phone, so I hope it's working. There's absolutely no way I'll see it. So if you're in here, I can't see your names on the screen. I apologize. I'm old and my eyes are bad. But I'm trying to get it and get things set up so that I will be able to do these streams at lunchtime and be able to come on during the day when whatever happening's happening. I just went by a buddy of mine's gas station to see how they were doing, and they still had plenty of gas, no lines, no cars, nobody doing anything crazy. So as it get into the larger town outside of where I live, it seems like it's still kind of easy to get gas. Sorry I can't see y'all's names and pick y'all out. I just absolutely can't see the chat on an iPhone 6. And I'm not going to get anything different, so. But we'll work on it. Down there at the pond you see in the picture, that's where I take the videos of the hawks. And then if you look up right there at what is actually a very beautiful, beautiful sky today, I'm sitting here enjoying lunchtime out in nature. No trails in the sky as of yet, but I'm sure they'll be coming a little later this afternoon. But I'm going to enjoy every little bit of it that I can. This is actually, I guess if nothing else, I'll just tell a little personal story real quick. This is where I grew up at all my life. Born, brought home from the hospital. My parents adopted me at birth. And at 9 days old, I came to live right here on this little piece of property. I'm really fortunate, I guess, to still be able to have this place right here to come back to, because a lot of times when I get down and things get to me and life is just overwhelming, and then we live in this stuff here that sometimes it's just good to be able to come back home. And I know a lot of people don't have great childhoods, and I can't relate to that, and I'm not even trying to, but I did create a pretty rough adulthood for myself, so I try to come back to where my childhood was good, and I regroup and I refocus, and I try to come back here at least once a day, whether we're doing any work here or not. Still my daddy's place. I guess one day it'll be mine. I'd imagine the place that I do have, I'll probably sell it and come back right here. This will always be home. But yeah, I just thought I would share that and try to get things set up so that I can do this more often. I've been saying I was going to do it. I've been saying I was going to do it, and I'm learning a little more about this type of stuff. I'm not super tech savvy. It takes me a while to figure these things out on my own, and I don't just ask people for help. So I'm kind of antisocial, to tell you the truth, when it comes to it. People I end up with usually they either like me a lot or they dislike me a lot. I'm outspoken. I talk to people around here exactly like I talk to y'all. When they start with that left-right paradigm, I tell them how big of idiots I think they are. I actually had my father tell me yesterday that he was starting to agree with me on that. Die-hard, lifelong conservative, y'all. Republican. Trump's the savior of the world guy. That was my dad. He's kind of changing his tune a little bit. He's also been changing his tune about some of the past presidents, and that he was all in for too. And I don't know if he actually was started paying any attention to me or or if he was doing something different, but anyway. I don't know. This will be totally different for me right here. It is beautiful today. This is the first day that we've had that has been like this around here, that I wanted to sit outside and have my lunch. I didn't go to work for the last 2 days. It just didn't really make a whole lot of sense if I couldn't get a whole lot done. And I was able to catch up a ton on some streaming stuff, which was actually great for me. I really hope nobody calls me. I don't know how that'll act. But anyway, last night, I will tell y'all, I'll give you a little foreshadowing. I do have the stream set up for D-Live tonight, and a lot of it will be a lot of me going through stuff that I probably have no idea what I'm talking about, trying to make sense of it all to complete it, because I pulled up a ton of information last night about bioelectric magnetism and using it for therapeutic purposes. Oh wow, pretty bird just went over. I couldn't tell what it was because I can't see good, but he was beautiful. Therapeutic purposes, using millimeter waves for therapeutic purposes, 60 gigahertz causing cancer cells to grow at an unreasonable rate, and then that all comes on with our human electromagnetic biosphere that starts with our heart and our brain waves that actually creates a magnetic field around us, just like the earth creates itself, creating magnetic charges which can be influenced with frequencies. And this isn't conspiracy Bob stuff that I looked up. It is peer-reviewed papers that have come out since 2009. Some of them back to 1999 with what's going on. So I will be doing that on YouTube over the weekend probably, because I'll probably be at work today and tomorrow. But for the next night and possibly Friday, I will be going over that information, trying to make a little sense of it. Like I'm telling you, this is where I sit and ponder, right here where I'm at. I'm in my chair looking out over that pond, which I used to swim in as a child, building my immune system. Y'all remember George Carlin's spiel on that, swimming in the Hudson River? We were tempered and raw. Yeah. There's a creek. Y'all can't see it from here, but maybe I'll walk down there one day at lunch when I've got a little more time. And there's a creek, probably not 200 feet actually from that pond through those trees. We grew up swimming in that creek, and people used to throw their deer carcasses and all that in the creek when they were done with them back in the late 70s and early 80s. And us kids, we'd be down there playing, and I mean just having a good time in the creek, and somebody go, "Up, dead animal," and we'd all jump up out of the creek, and as it come by, we'd take sticks and poke it on by and get it on out of the way so we could jump right back in the water. You know, learning to live in the world that we had. I hope I'm talking to somebody. Or I'll just feel like an idiot. Sometimes I do that anyway. I felt kind of weird putting a theory of mine out there yesterday, because usually I'm just sharing the information that I find on other people's theories, trying to back it up or just try to find the truth in it. It was really weird to actually put out the way I felt about something, and I still feel like they could be trying to harness the energy from us as generators. I've proven the human battery is something they've been working on for a long time. They've just been working on it with wearables. We know for a fact anything that's wired, they try to make it wireless. So I have no idea how long this has been going. It wasn't going to make it very long. I was just going to come on here and chat for a minute and see how it worked and all that. Actually, but I will say this, the live stream that I did yesterday actually uploaded. It sure did. So that was a good thing. It only took 8 hours, but which that's crazy the way that works at YouTube now. Those live streams used to upload in like 15, 20 minutes. Guys, I'm probably not going to stay in here very long. I'm doing this to check on things, and my D-Live guys know that sometimes I come on and I just share. Ooh, I missed him, golly. I don't know if y'all could see it, but if you've seen the bird that just flew out of the tree on the left, down to the pond, and back up into the tree, that's the family of hawks I've been watching. He just come down and got him a frog. But I'm using my camera to prop my phone up on right now, so I couldn't just grab it. But yeah, they're down there right now. That's what I've been coming by here to see. That's really cool. I'll tell y'all something else. I'm gonna be brutally honest. I have no idea who's in here. I have no idea who's listening. I want to let you all know I love each and every one of you, and I pray for you daily. As a person that's just hunting, I'm just trying to find out what we're living in. I'm trying to find out what's going on. And I'm really not trying or want to guide you in any kind of way. I want to give you the opportunity and the resources for you to be able to look at it, and then you look at your life. Okay, I'm showing y'all my life right now. Real life. This is where I come, this is where I sit. I'm not taking you to a place that's made up. When you see the videos of my chemtrail videos, the videos of birds, most of them come from right here. This is home. I want y'all to know exactly who I am and exactly why I do what I do. I don't try to hit y'all with ideas that are going to cause immediate division. If anything, I'm trying to do my best to get rid of those things. And even though I think some people really believe the truth they're telling, sometimes if the truth you're telling divides the group so that we can't fight together, it might be best just to keep that to yourself. And I see a lot of that, and I'm going to be honest, anybody that's a professional these days, I almost don't trust anything they have to say. And it's because I don't know them on a personal level. I can't look them in the eye when I see them face to face. I can't be close enough to engage in their electromagnetic biosphere to feel what they're feeling. I'm really starting to understand empathy and empaths and the people who claim that they can see people's auras from a scientific standpoint without it all being hocus pocus. And now I get it, because you can get a certain feeling off people just by getting within a certain proximity of them, and I found the documentation on why that is. And I'm starting to look at all that in a different way again. My D-Livers, y'all remember my whole thing when I was really getting into before the virus stopped everything in its tracks. We were really digging into energy, electromagnetics, and that was kind of my thing, and I was getting versed in it. Like I'm telling y'all, I'm educating myself, guys, and I'm trying to give you the information to educate yourself. I don't want to divide us. I want to bring us together. I want you guys to know that even though I am a Jesus Christ loving Christian, if you're not, I don't condemn you. That is not my job. I will still stand beside you as long as you're not condemning me. And I'll pray for you. And if you don't want me to pray for you out loud, I will pray for you in silence. But my book that I live by tells me that it takes the faith the size of a mustard seed to move a mountain. Well, if just that little bit of faith can move a mountain, I think we should all be able to get together and find just enough faith to move the mountain that's standing in our way right now. And I think we can do it in a way by serving each other and coming together and taking care of each other that don't even include fighting the enemy. It just means, anybody ever seen the movie War Games? It just means quit playing their game. But quit playing their game means you're going to have to make a ton of changes in your life. I had to make them in my life. I had to quit making auto racing my God. and the things that took care of me and that I wanted to make sure I was there for every time that it was on television or if I could be there. Some people have that with football. Whatever your maybe the choice, if you might like to travel to concerts or ball games, whatever your circus is. I had mine was auto racing, and that was what I was into, and that was my whole life, and didn't care what the government was doing as long as I was able to drive that car or go sell parts for those cars or just hear or smell those cars. 45 years of my life wasted. I won't say it was wasted. I did learn a lot that's helped me now, but imagine where I would be at 45 years old if I had really started paying attention when I was 18 in 1993. See the bird, y'all? The bird, he's going across the pond. Bam, he landed on the left. He's back up. He's flying back up into the trees. That's a juvenile red-tailed hawk. And he just got him another frog, or that was his brother that just got another frog. We got about 5 of them down there altogether. There's 3 babies and 2 adults, the male and the female, and they live and work as a family unit. Amazing. How about that? There's you some symbolism. Hawks, they are predators, but they are tight-knit family that stick together. They hunt together, and when those baby birds take off, you can see Daddy way up in the air watching over them babies. Alpha bird watching over his babies and the mama, baby mama, whatever you want to call it. It's beautiful today. Man, I got to go back to work. I got to go lock myself in those darker rooms, do some painting on a bunch of cabinets and all that stuff. But I'll tell y'all, it is actually a big relief to have come here, got the stream off on the cell phone, figured out how it worked, hopefully watch it back later and it's not too big of just a mess. And this way, when I've got things on my mind during the day, I can just pop on and give them to y'all. Bear in mind, there won't be much warning, and I have no idea how to share it to Twitter and Discord and all that when I'm doing it. Guys, if you have the ability to do that for me, I appreciate it, because I just don't. I can't do it from a telephone. Not yet. I'm learning every day, though. And when I figure out the app to stream to D-Live from a cell phone, I might do some there, too. Number one, I want to thank every one of you guys for your support. I know we missed quite a few months here with everything that went on, and me and YouTube and everything else. And when I come back, everybody just popped right back in, and that was actually amazing to me. Guys, I love you, and I care a ton about you. I can't read the chat, but I want to say a little quick closing prayer regardless. If you have a request, just write it, type it, think it, whatever you need to do. I'm really starting to understand why your thoughts and the things you say are so important, and I'm really starting to learn it in a context that I wish I'd have learned it a long time ago. I really do. So, hopefully, day to day, we'll get some lunchtime and little chat sessions, and I can stay a little closer with y'all, and maybe I'll even figure out a way to have a chat open here with me when I do it. If my son's with me, I'll have a spare something. He can help me out with it, but I'm all alone today. I work alone a lot. He works with his grandfather when they're over at his grandfather's house, and so yeah, cool. This has been one of the best lunches I've had in a while. Guys, just because I'm fixing to probably quit watching all the other channels for a while, it has nothing to do with any individual creators at all. I'm not trying to make any point about individual creators. I'm at a place where I don't want to be influenced by a lot of other people's opinions right now. I mean, listen, my YouTube channel is not your research. Don't come here and say, "Oh, I researched this because Fallout Shelter said." That's not the right way to do it. Go, I went and watched Fallout Shelter, and he had some really cool opinions on things, but he gave us the way to go look it up and find it. so we could decide and then tell him if we think he's wrong. I'm not above being wrong. If you could go back and look at the way my life is lived, you'd be like, I am never listening to a thing this guy ever says in my life. For the love of God, I am not listening to him at all. So, I'm just lucky that I made the change when I did and was able to still be here and hopefully do God's work. All right, here we go. I'm gonna see if I can figure all this out. And no, I tried. I tried to read the chat, y'all, and all I can see is blurry blue and blurry white, even with my glasses on. So, how about that? I do want people to pray for Richie, Richie from Boston. You know, he don't seem to be doing real good. He's suffering, and not a whole lot of people went out of their way to really help me when I started this, and he did, even if I don't agree with everything he says. He's one of the few that really put me out there and helped me out. I appreciate and respect that a lot. He took a chance that it could have bit him in the rump real hard, so I tried my best not to let that happen. But no, I probably won't be watching Richie right now either. I'm just into this other deal, and my time is, time management is what I was getting at yesterday, I think. I've got to manage my time so that I don't quit doing this because everything else gets, you know, in the way. So, oh, here comes one down to the right-hand corner. Oh, beautiful. Oh, we got a big old frog that time. I hope y'all can see that. All right. You know what? Watching those birds come down, I've got some relaxation and talked. I actually feel a ton better. Like I've been telling y'all, man, sometimes you just got to get outside. Look. I'll be on the sunshine. Get your vitamin D. Sun simulator, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I love you guys. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I hope so. And look at this, y'all. I'm gonna move the phone. It's gonna get a little tricky. I'm gonna show y'all something. I got a little pile of firewood down there to burn too. That's actually 3 full sweet gum trees piled up right there. So, I'm gonna sit this back down and we're gonna exit out and I'm gonna go back to work as bad as I hate to. Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for being with us. We thank you for taking care of us. And I thank you for this beautiful day that I have to enjoy that you have made. Father, I pray that you protect everyone listening with the full armor of God. I pray that you give us all the ability to speak as you would have us speak boldly. The ability to pick those darts up that the devil throws and throw them back. That you'll give us the strength and the energy to go forward. That you will protect us from all of these frequencies that are not natural. That you will give us the abilities to learn how to take care of ourselves, to be able to do better, give you the glory, and just help us to avoid this evil beast system that we are living in. Help us to avoid the merchants and the sorcerers. Help give us the ability to see the truth so that we have no fear, but we're aware and we can still see the beauty in every day without being scared, hiding behind our chair with a mask on. I thank you for that, Father. I ask you to give everyone here that same peaceful feeling inside. I ask you to be with them, love them, hold them, everything that they could need in life. Father, I ask you to be with Shelly and Richie. Continue to heal Jim. I ask you to be with all of the people that I have been praying for that haven't spoken out publicly. You know what everything is going on and anything that anybody has that's in this chat today. And I thank you for all of it in the precious name of Jesus. Okay, guys. Now, I don't really know how this goes. I don't know how to end the stream on here. I do see I think I can make out the name that somebody was actually typing to Lynette. Oh, I'm squinting. Lynette, if you're in here, you asked me a question about shedding the other day. I'll talk about that, the lollipop shedding. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit on D-Live tonight too. Okay, guys, I love you. I love you all. And this will probably be a disaster, me trying to end it, but I'm gonna say it now. Love God, love your neighbor, love yourself. And I think everything else, you know, that's the only commandment. It'll make the other commandments fall in line if you do those three. So, there should be a button on here that says end stream, I would think. Ah, I found it. All right, guys, love you. Have a great day. It was awesome to be able to sit here at lunch and chat with you guys. And maybe I can go back and read the chat when it finally comes up in a rendering. Y'all, hope you all have a great day, and